3 skills every business professional needs. In this presentation, I will tell you about the 3 essential qualities that every business professional needs. Have you ever wondered what qualities you should work on to become a better employee or coworker? Well, if you haven't, you should. If you work to better yourself, the workplace will not only run smoother, but you'll put yourself in a position to get a raise. On top of this, your clients will be even more satisfied with the results that they receive. Through my research, I have found 3 qualities that will make you a better employee. These are emotional intelligence, effective communication, and motivation. I will start by telling you more about emotional intelligence. Dr. Rekha Sapra stated in an article wrote in 2019 that a study of 2 million patients revealed that a high priority was accorded on the degree to which the medical providers meet the emotional needs of the patients. This means that the patients preferred one hospital over another because that hospital was able to better meet their emotional needs, not just their medical needs. Dr. Sapra also mentions that patients who are more pleased with their experience may impact the quality ratings that control the hospital's reimbursements and government funding. Employees who are more emotionally present with their patients tend to receive a higher rating than the hospitals that have the staff that are not as emotionally invested. This means that you'll have a continuous flow of patients that are satisfied with their treatment, and you'll be more likely to receive promotions or reimbursements for your facility. Signs of emotional intelligence include having the abilities of self-control and awareness. This is important because if you're self-aware, you'll be able to assess your strengths and weaknesses, and it'll make you a stronger teammate. You need to know your strengths and weaknesses emotionally so that you can handle a situation without it accelerating into something you don't want it to become. Lastly, those who are emotionally intelligent tend to be more empathetic than others, meaning that they understand how people around them are feeling, and they're better able to encourage them and give advice. In order to encourage those around you, you will have to be an effective communicator. This skill is very important because the understanding of your message will be greatly affected by your delivery. Dr. Zafer Aguazel published an article in 2010 stating that effective communication removes misunderstandings, creating an opportunity for a healthy and constructive discussion. This is very important in the workplace because criticism is important, but being able to give that criticism effectively and respectfully can make a huge difference. This also does not mean that you should only comment on the positive things. Rather, be considerate when you give critique. For example, I like how you did, etc., but I think next time, etc., could be improved upon. This way, you give helpful advice on what you thought was good or what was bad. You don't have to lie about what you liked and what you didn't like, but you can give respectful critique and help your company and help your employees get better. Being an effective communicator is important no matter what field you're in. Even in fields such as veterinary medicine, which are not known for communication, require you to communicate your messages properly. In an article wrote in 2019 titled Communication Skills Education on Site in a Veterinary Practice, non-compliance in the veterinary clinics ranged from 17% all the way to 82% due to inadequate recommendations. This means that the vets were not able to clearly tell their patients what aftercare was needed for their animals, or if they needed to come in annually and have a certain vaccine done. This is really common, and it's often very tragic. I often have had this happen to me, and even recently I had a really bad situation happen with a ewe. She was a week out from being bred. This happened this week. She was really thin, so we were already watching her, and she stopped eating, and we knew something was wrong. So I had been treating her for ketosis, and I took her into the vet, and they did a bunch of tests on her, and they told me what was wrong. Basically, anything that could be wrong with her was. So I went home and I just did what I thought to do because they didn't give me any aftercare. I figured that whatever they did at the clinic was enough because they didn't tell me anything. She escalated over the weekend and she got worse, and we had a really bad situation on our hands because we did not know, it wasn't conveyed to us what we needed to do. So effective communication is very important in any field you're in, no matter what you do. Also, a really big factor in the delivery of your messages is motivation. What is motivation? According to Daniel Satchel, motivation is a psychological process that directs people's choices regarding the type and intensity of their behavior. Motivation is important to your success because without it, you will lack the drive and determination to achieve the goals and push yourself to be better. The self-determination theory states that there are several things that you can add to your everyday life to help you be more motivated. The first thing they mention is setting small goals every day instead of just one large goal. When you have a bunch of small goals, you feel satisfaction every day when you reach them. If you do one large goal, you feel like you're not really getting anywhere, but the smaller goals help you get to the large goal. So the other thing they noted is the communication of your motivation to others, as it is often very contagious. And you'll begin setting the goals with your coworkers and you can obtain it together. A good example of this would be going to the gym with a friend every day. And even if you're feeling down one day, your friend's going to encourage you to stick with it. And most likely, if your friend's encouraging you, you're going to go through with it and you're going to feel good after you did it. Lastly, you will need to acknowledge the good work that people do around you so that they can feel the pride in the things they're doing and the satisfaction knowing that they did the right thing, and hopefully they'll continue to do it, and so will you. In summary, emotional intelligence, effective communication, and motivation work in unison to be the most important qualities any worker can possess. These three traits work together by making your work stand out from others and make you a better employee. By making an effort to improve these skills, you are investing in yourself, in turn setting you and your company up for success. Try working on these three skills to excel in the workplace. Thank you.